There we go, whānau. So we've got one more, our last partai, and this one's going to be a last, just to finish off the evening, a last round the candidates again. And this partai came through as one of the pressing issues, I guess, for us at home i tēnei wā, and to hear your thoughts on it. As you know, Ngāpuhi are the last iwi to go through the Tiriti o Waitangi settlements. Ngāti Hine have strongly opposed and withdrawn from the one-size-fits-all tūhoronuku mandate. We seek to settle our own claims and mandate. Ma Ngāti Hine anō Ngāti Hine e kōrero. Ngāti Hine alone will speak for Ngāti Hine. How would you help us to achieve this? I'm going to start from the left here, 2 minutes, same kaupapa applies, and we're going to go around Nick. Kia ora.
Kia ora tātou. Longa. I'm very clear on my stance with regard to the Treaty of Waitangi settlements. It's not that I oppose settlement, but what I would do is encourage settlement when everybody is ready to settle. When every one of our whānau and our hapu find voice in a process that does not belong to us. It's important that that must take place before anything moves on. We can talk about how rich tainui are and how rich ngaitahu are and awaiatu. But it means nothing if the people are aren't on board. So that's my stance with the Treaty of Waitangi kōrero. But it's also a challenge to us here. I'm clear, I'm standing in Tāmaki Makaurau. And I know that we have issues up here at home in Te Taitokerau. But our own people are suffering in Auckland. Our own people do not have a papakainga up here. They don't feel a sense of papakainga up here. So their papakainga is Glen Innes. Their papakainga is Manurewa. It's important and it's a challenge not only to the people here, but to all of our hapu collectives, all of our runanga collectives, to get involved and get engaged with our people in Tāmaki Makaurau. So on that note, you tell your whānau to vote for me in Tāmaki Makaurau. On that note, ka wea mā harahara ki te tuku nātu o koutou mokopuna ki roto i a hau o Tāmaki Makaurau. Ka wutu a rātou whiwhi i te mātauranga, ka pūtua hau i a rātou kia hoki mai ki te kāinga. Hoi no ki ora tātou e a putini whanau.
Tēnā tātou te whānau. E hara māku te tū i Wainganui o te whare, me te taupatu o taku waiwai Māui, tō tātou waiwai Māui, i tō tātou waiwai Matau. Ko waiho pēr ma te waiwai o Wainganui, hei whakatau mea ha tātou. Ko te whakatau. Kei ngā kai arahi āiwi, kei ngā kai arahi ahapu, āta whakarongo ki ngā muka tangata, e kaue nei a koutou. E whakapono nei au, ma te rōputoranga pū Māori, e whakapuare i tētahi whare, kia taupatu ai ngā kōrero. Hei te mutunga o te rā, waiho, ma puke rau e whakātu, ma kōhaurau e whakātu. Kua hau kai Wainganui, e mea ana, ka āhei au te mahitahi, me te taraiti o te whare, ka taia hoki au te mahitahi, me te tarawhanui o te whare. Waiho mā koutou, a hau e arahi. Tēnei ihu hupe, tēnei tamaiti wāwahi taha, hei ata whakarongo ki o koutou naue. My party is prepared to work at the table with any government. Kia ora tātou.
My position has been constant for the last 6 years. I support a rapid settlement with a mandate from all the people. Now, I'm a direct descendant of Whetoi Pomare. When Kawati and Heke were fighting against the Redcoats at Ruapekapeka, he stood to the side, and when the dust settled, they went to him to mediate and to establish the peace. And when Tūhoronuku and Kotahitanga have settled the issues and Ngāpuhi has settled the claim, then there's going to need to be somebody there to negotiate the peace and re-establish relationships.
Kia ora. The Greens have always been very clear that the mana needs to stay with hapu and even with marae. And in the House, people like Catherine Delahunty, our Green Party MP, has been ferocious in support of our treaty settlements to ensure that they are fair. But what I actually feel like I need to say tonight is National's not in the room. So it's really hard to distinguish ourselves among these really awesome voices and parties and policies that we've all got here. So I now have to make a mark for the Green Party and say that what we do have is a stable, proven record in Parliament and in working with people and getting results. We have the #1 Māori woman, the only party with a staunch woman at #1 on our list, soon to be the only Māori woman leader. Our leadership has been united and strong for the past at least 5 years. Our caucus has been strong and has got proven results. We are stable and we are ready to govern, and we are growing, not just in Aotearoa but around the world, because we know things have to change. We're the people in Parliament who are talking about climate change. Climate change has killed people up here in the north. We know that we have to get a smarter economy. We have to be fairer to each other, and we have to protect our environment. That is the only way forward. We've got practical solutions, but we've got the visions as well to help us get there. That is the difference with the Green Party. That is what you'll get with your party vote. We also can keep Labour to account. We know that we sometimes disagree on things, and we can keep Labour to account, but we can definitely work with Labour and other parties on their policies where we think they're heading in a smart direction. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Many of you will know that I've been really closely involved with this issue through the Waitangi Tribunal and also the tūhoranuku process over the last 4 years. I have attended almost every meeting. I have submitted an application and the largest affidavit in support of our application for urgency to stop the process right now. So what you can do to help you and to help me is to change the government, because it was National and it was the Māori Party who signed off on that mandate that is flawed. Now it is going to be a harder battle for us if those same people are in government and we don't get our urgency granted. So what can I do for you? I can continue to support in terms of the application that we've put forward. I am a witness in that application. So if it goes to hearing, I will be there to be questioned and cross-examined. In terms of within my party, it is to lobby our spokespeople, Nanaia Mahuta, as treaty settlements. I have told Nanaia what our issues are here with the mandate, that it is not a robust mandate and that it will not produce a fair and durable settlement. There has to be further work done on this mandate process. Otherwise, we are going to find ourselves in 20 years of litigation, and so that's what I support. Now, so strong voice within Parliament, prime for Northland, but also change the government. Kia ora.
New Zealand First supports treaty settlements, providing that they do not create another reason for a claim. An example, the recent Tūhoi settlement. New Zealand First abstained because we believe that it would create another reason for claim because a particular hapu was left out. I want to make it quite clear. I support the stance that Ngāti Hine has taken in terms of tūhoranuku. No doubt about that. And having heard the submissions made to the tribunal over the recent weeks by Ngāti Hine reinforces my view that Ngāti Hine made the right decision that we should stand apart from tūhoranuku. Because our claim and some of the reasons for the claim, we actually witnessed those issues. And so if we had not taken the stance that we had, then all that would have been lost in the wider claim of Ngāpu. So I just want to make sure that we're quite happy and quite clear that New Zealand First will support the Ngāti Hine stance in this issue. We have already taken steps to discuss this with the Minister, and he's aware of our position. But the bottom line for us is that when we go into an agreement with any party who wants to govern, we expect to adhere, that the other party would adhere to that agreement. And people have talked about the unsettling position that they would avoid. That's the reason for the unsettling position, because the other side didn't keep to the agreement that we signed to. So party vote New Zealand first.
What was the question again? Is it why should you vote for me, or is it something else? Folks, ko te pātai ko pātaingia, kei hea koe I tēnei kaupapa o te kreme o Ngāti Hine. Mine's out there actually. I did a mataora with Peter Tipene, and I gave my position really clearly. It's difficult for me actually because my mum, as you all know, is a very clear supporter of Tūhoronuku. I've been talking to her about it. I personally am a great supporter of the vision of a strong Ngāpuhi Nui Tonu. But I recognise absolutely that Ngāpuhi Nui Tonu is never going to be strong if the hapu themselves aren't strong. And it's why, for that reason, that I support the claim of Ngāti Hine. Anybody who went to Pipiwai on the Sunday when they had the poihi only had to sit there to listen to the very short mihi from Hireni Hinare, which went on for about 3.5 hours, to understand that the claim encompasses all areas from Te Hapua in the north to Waikato, I think the Chatham Islands, and bits of Tahiti and Rarotonga, to know that it's a pretty widespread claim. So there's always going to be a bit of doubts about the edges of the claim, but me mihi atu ki a Ngāti Hine e tūranga tira ana tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa.
There's an old expression that when the well runs dry in Hokianga, the taumarere will flow. When the well runs dry in taumarere, the Hokianga spring will flow. My mountain is Puhanga Tohora. One of the many hapus I belong to, but the one I really like to belong to is Ngāti Pākuma Mami from Tāheki, and when my uncle Philip Pope's buried. Arunanga and the iwi didn't sign the whakamenenga or the treaty. Our whānau and our hapu did. And representative of those whānaus and hapus. The mana must come back to them. I stand here as a descendant of Mahuri, as Ngāti Pākau, to say he tautoko ana hukei te mea akuatanga o taku tuakana nei hue nuku I tēnei rā. Ko koutou e Ngāti Hine, pūpuri ki o koutou nei mama. Kia koutou anake, kia haka maua ki o koutou nei tupuna, kia koutou nei mana. Kia koutou te whai kōrero mō koutou nei whenua, mō koutou nei wai, mō koutou nei tupuna, mō koutou nei whakapapa, mō koutou nei Ngāti tanga, Ngāti Hine tanga. He tautoko hoki te me mimiti o hokiangi a koutou I tēnei rā. Tēnei me te tina pūtake o te whakamenenga o te tangata he tūmotu hake. E u atu nei au ki te ahuatanga o ku tupuna e hokianga he haina tete e te whakamenenga me te tiriti o Waitangi. Maroto o rātou nei toto, te mana o tēnei mea whenua, ene mea whenua katoa. Horokaunga me wahi mo te hanga ke. Tū mai Ngāti Hine, tautoko hokianga. Vote their love get tree. Woohoo!
Focus New Zealand hasn't entered that realm of treaty Waitangi. But don't take us lightly because we're not without information. I've submitted to the Waitangi Tribunal, or Ngāti Kaharo and Te Hekatu, on current issues today. So these issues don't go back 200 years. These issues are issues that those hapu of ours out there, they're suffering today. But I want to tell you that getting it right means go slow, not go fast. If you want to get it right, go slow. We haven't got a deep view, but we're going to say that Tūhoronuku seems to be getting ahead of the people. That's our thoughts when we look in from the outside. But not wanting to get it too deeply involved in that, Focus New Zealand is concentrating on the fact that you people pay $61 billion in taxpayers' money goes to the government. How you dole that out is where we specialise. So think about Focus. We know that the money is here to fix up these claims. Don't let the government tell you otherwise. They'll shelve it off to the roads, $6 billion to Auckland's roads, $1.4 billion for the universities. Don't have one ounce of accountability of whether your children get jobs after they come out of there. $1.7 billion to WINS for job seeking allowance. They've got a big fail there, haven't they? Not many people finding jobs, so go slow if you want to get it right. If it was wrong 100 years ago, it's still wrong today. Kia ora.
Oh, kia ora mano tātou. I was enjoying those little plugs at the end there. I was waiting to see who was going to be enthusiastic. Kia ora. That was good, mate. Didn't quite hear you, but hey, I was pumped. Hoi anō e tātou mā, ko tae mai ki tātou ki te mutunga o tō tātou nei pō. I think we could sit here all night, we could have a listen to this quarter and we could actually get into it. I think we're getting to the witchy now of Wānanga where we could probably move over there and, you know, hanga whakawete wene quarter a little bit further. However, we're going to finish off here.